episode of Fish Keeping Jamaica. For the entire week, this week, I'll be looking at the different type of fish in which I have. I'll be talking a little bit about them. I'll be sharing to you what I know by experience, by research, and by communication with others who actually rear the same type of fish. I hope you find this week's series, interested. Do have a wonderful time, and remember to click the like, subscribe, and stay tuned. This week we will be looking at many persons purchase the Jack Dempsey fish without even researching on what type of fish this is. I am here today to share with you what this fish is and how you can better care for it if you do have it already in your tank. Jack Dempsey is a cichlid. It grows to a maximum length of probably about 10 inches or 25 centimeters in length. I have about 48 of them in my pond. The pond that you're looking at is a 280 gallon tote. This tote will actually be overcrowded in a few months. Right, I will have to get another container for them very shortly. Amateur Jack Dempsey is a beautiful fish, but it takes years for full coloration patterning to develop. The adult will have dark purple gray background contrast with iridescent light blue. It's so nice when you look at the lips. You see the big mouth does have this bluish color, right? It also have a touch of green and gold, and it have some spangled spots all over its body. Very beautiful. It reminds me of an akara, right? But it's different from akara, don't get me wrong. The male Jack Dempsey tends to have more of these brilliant spots than the female, and also present bright red edges on their dorsal and anal fins. In addition to the baseline coloring, many captive bred color varieties have also developed and are available today, right? In Jamaica, the electric blue Jack Dempsey is not readily available. I went to the pet shop, I think it was last week, and I saw them selling some electric blue, but the drawback to buying those electric blue was, one, all of them were males, and two, the price was really high, right? I was told that these fish just came from overseas. However, I can't manage to get those fish at this time, right? And I only purchase fish male and female, right? It's difficult to actually have a fish and not have the male and female version, where in which I am unsure. I would more likely buy a couple. Now, the name of this cichlid, both scientific and common, all have a story. Red ferocious, though today it is known there are quite other species, right, and more aggressive than the Jack Dempsey. However, this fish is very, very, very aggressive, right? It will face a Oscar head on. It has a what you call a hyper aggression. I call it now reaction to other fish or even its own, right? The Jack Dempsey is named of a boxer, a heavyweight boxer from 1919, who won the world championship, right? Its genus name Rosio was named after the wife of the describing author Regan, right? And its Spanish interpretation means morning dew, and in allusion to the sparkling scale on the cheeks and scale. This cichlid is very attractive, especially when kept in large tanks, right? It's interesting to look at this fish and to actually, just sit there and look at them. They have a unique personality, right? This fish is as I said, very attractive, right? It needs a lot of space and it needs compatible tank mates. If you are unsure as to whether or not your Jack Dempsey can be tanked with another fish, and this goes for every fish, keep that fish by itself, right? So to provide a very spacious house for that fish would be one of the top priority when thinking about getting a Jack Dempsey, right? It likes sunken wood, stone, caves to hide in, and to even to keep its spawn. It also likes floating cover, unlike the Oscar, which will actually destroy your vegetation if you place that into a pond or a tank. The Jack Dempsey will not do that, right? So getting some floating lettuce, right, will be good, right? And blanched cucumber can help to ameliorate this tendency of it actually eating the plants. So therefore you get some cucumber, and you know how you prepare cucumber already, right? You warm some water, right? You let it stay in there for a little bit, right? And then you put it probably on some sticks and just let it hang down. Probably tie some cords on it, or probably you can even tie it on the water lettuce, and the fish will actually come and actually eat it bit by bit. However, it is still recommended to always keep an eye on the state of any live plant, right? But I can tell you, the Oscar is more likely to destroy plants than the Jack Dempsey, and this is something that I've learned from experience. It is not nearly combative or aggressive as some of the more recently identified cichlids, such as the red devil, right? They can be kept singly or in large group, though if you plan on keeping more than one, it is easier and safer to keep them in large group rather than in pairs. If keeping a pair for breeding purpose, it is recommended that they be kept in their own tank and you only put them together when you want them to breed. They will not tend to do well with other fish and should be monitored closely in a community tank, right? Even with other cichlid, for example, you wouldn't put a Jack Dempsey with a Mengano, right? And I wouldn't advise you to put a Jack Dempsey with an Akara, right? Um, the size of these fish is really impressive. Okay, all right. um let's look at some other details about this fish. For example, um the substrate, preferably sand, right? Lighting, preferably normal lighting, no exuberant lighting, no bright lights, right? Temperature, normal everyday temperature between 72 degrees Fahrenheit uh, to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, or 22.2 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius. If you're planning to breed them, you would use a temperature of about 86.0 Fahrenheit. The pH is between 6.5 to 7, right? And the water hardness is ranging within the moderate region, right? And they actually occupy all of the time, especially during feeding time, right? They are not good community fish, meaning that do they don't do justice to a community tank, right? They are very, I call it now, aggressive to docile fish. You will refer to them as semi-aggressive because although they are so aggressive in nature, there are other cichlids that are even more dangerous than them. Right? You need to probably monitor them because situation may lead to them being very aggressive more than what you call moderate. Okay. Uh, the male has a longer and more pointed dorsal fin than the female. The male also have a round black spot in the center of the body and at the base of the tail. The female has fewer spots than the male, and the female have a dark spot in the dorsal fin and a small spot on the lower edge of the gill. Now, when breeding, right, we should note that they they are one of the easiest cichlid to breed to get a spawn, but as pairs, they become territorial and intolerant, and they become biters. That means any fish that swims near to where they are, they will bite them. The fish are egg layers and they lay between 500 to 800 eggs when they do choose to spawn. They form like a nuclear family similar to micromites. The fries are kept in pits and are guarded by both male and female in a manner of a monogamous type of situation. Now you have fin rot disease that might affect these fish. Because I change my water regularly, all my fish stocks are healthy, right? They are prone to fin rot disease, ick, hole in the head, and other common fish disease that might exist out there. This fish, because they spawn and they protect their spawn and they spawn like having like so many eggs, they are really available in Jamaica. I went to a pet shop since week to purchase some feed, and I realized that they had some electric blue Jack Dempsey. The price for them was like probably about $2,600 for one. That's Jamaican dollars, right? To me that's expensive. Wasn't interested. But another thing which actually got me worse not interested is the fact that all stock, which is probably about 6 fish or 7, were males, right? So I opted not to actually get them. It is hope that this, oh, by the way, the tank size, I said it earlier, but I'm going to say it again for emphasis. Tank size, again, everyone, Jack Dempsey, 50 gallons of water, right? Regular water change, flake food, some pellets. You can give them some koi bites, and protein food that is available at a local fish store. A point to note, some persons actually feed them like guppies or mollies or these other fish. You have to be very careful. You might be just killing your fish with this. Here's hope that you have actually garnered some really important information from this video. Thank you very much. Please subscribe. Raliegh here. Bye bye.